See that chocolate milk water there? See the blue pipe there and the pump? We got rain coming on the weekend. All this shit gets pumped into our creek. And there's no prevention for chemical or any silt or anything. Just straight direct pump. Okay guys, just done a nice day's work and then went to the medical centre and got my second shot, and I'm on my way home and it's only 3 o'clock, so why not go for a fish? See this line of dead grey gums? This is what I was talking about the other day. They used to run, you can see the grey gums up there, you can see the line, there's still one there, and there's this line of them comes right through, and see how they stop down there? Well, that's the creek, and you can see right across this bit too. Well, the sewage outlet is just here, and years ago they used to dump all the dry waste from Sydney's other treatment works up on those pads. It all used to leach down here and it killed everything, including the creek. And then about 2000, I come down here and all of a sudden the water was looking a lot better. Fish used to go past it but never catch them here. And all of a sudden we started catching fish. By 2010, like if this was back 10 years ago, I would have been so excited right now. I know I'd get 6 or 8 big chunks just in here. That's hit and miss these days. They are here, but not like the glory days. Anyway, it's just the bad old days. I just want to remind people there was a bad old days when these rivers and creeks were polluted, but then they got cleaned up and then they were awesome. And I'm looking now and this looks awesome. The water's looking good. And we got rain tomorrow, so they know, these fish know. So I'll work my way from here. I'm going to slowly work this mid-water bite, and then there's a weir up there. I'll play on the weir for a while. Those look pretty good though. And here's another problem too. See all these, they'll come to life next week or two, but they're all coral trees. You know, 5-6 years ago there was a couple. They're the worst native bush or non-native bush. Oh, that phone can ring. That'll be Ben. This one spot here taught me how to fish this creek. I found monster bass along that edge years ago, and you got to hit the edge to get them, and it might take 10 different lures to find them. So the skill is right up there to get them out. But I noticed after day, year after year, there was a pattern where for about a week of the month I would get them, and the rest of the time they wouldn't be there. Now I know you got to crack a pattern and you got to find the structure they're holding on. So I almost do a bit of top water as I walk up. But I'm more expecting like a flashy spinner or a big crank to do the damage. You know, this is more just to get my eye in. Anyway, I'm going to keep working my way up to the weir, then cut across this side where it's a lot easier to fish, and work my way back. Here we go. Throw him out. Oh, a little one. Well, they're here. That was a little tiny black one. It was dark. That's not what we want. We want the silver one. That'll be my first fish for the weir this year. Gotta be more in him. He's small though. I'm after chunks, not after guys like that. Yep, there's one. Oh, wow. Wow. Doesn't even look like a bass. Huh? See that? That's one very tiny, dark bass that's been in this system for a long time. I wonder if it's the same fish I dropped a minute ago, or I'll just get where you can hear me. This is the colour that you'll find him later in the season. He's very, very dark. Tiny little bass. Definitely not what I was targeting today. I wanted to get a couple of chunks out. That's so cool. Now I'm going to throw him over the weir, give him a bit of a helping hand. But that's a very small bass for this creek, and a very healthy. See how his dorsal fins aren't scratched up or anything. Alright, let him go. He could have been the same fish. Oh, you're going to go for a big leap, boy. There you go. Done. One tiny bass. Awesome. I get one bass here, I know I'm going to get more. But you can see that fish was dark and he was small. Now it's the colour. If you've seen the fish that Ben caught the other day that I filmed, you'll see they were silver. They're the ones we're looking for. They've just come into the system. So I'll keep going. Maybe there is some here. You never know. Good. One big one. Come on. Come on. Well, there's another little one. Wow, what's going on? Now, it can't be the same fish. It cannot be the same fish. Normally, these fish like this start running probably November, December up here. That's bizarre. Oh well. Here we go. Now what I'm doing is I'm vertically teabagging, so I'm not just ripping it up and down. It's only a foot to 2 foot deep. So what I'm doing is letting it down and then going from side to side as a trigger point, as close to the bottom as I can be. So there we go again. Oh. There's another one there. Camera troubles again. Taps actually feel like rock, but it's them gills slapping it. Oh, there's one. Gotta have some big guys in here. You wonder what I'm using? It's a little rubber vide made from Atomic lures. This lure here catches everything. Carp, eel, bream, bass, flathead, jew, perch, everything. Mullet. I even caught a mullet, only one. Going too quick now, I've got to slow it down. I've got to drop down that rapid. Oh, I think someone chunked that then and then, oh no. Lure change. Oh yeah, look. I thought a fish hit it, and that's what I was saying about them being, I'll just take it down here out of the noise again. I thought a fish hit it and then it felt like I was snagged. And that's the way they whack them. As you can see, he's come back and had another dig. So I was right, there was one. I mean, these are the smallest bass I've ever really had a run. Ow! They're nasty. These are the smallest bass that I've caught targeting this. Normally I'm going for those big chunky bass. You are stabbing me, mate. Just wait there. Their spikes on their gills are so nasty because we're working double trebles. There's my pliers. He hurt more than the jab I just got. I just dropped it, but I noticed down here. Look at this. I just grabbed this. So that's a freshwater mussel, and they still live in this creek. Anyway, we'll let another one go. That's 3 little bass. I'm gonna get a big one sooner or later, I hope. If not, well, tomorrow. But it's good for me to explain a technique and a trigger point, and basically you can see me sweeping that shark. Vertical jigging in from 1 foot to 50 feet or 25 feet is about the deepest I go. It's the same principle. It's up, down and across. It's like ice jigging. They're all only little guys in that weir. It changes every day, so could be big fish down further. There's definite rain coming tomorrow, so these fish know whether they've already pushed up. We know there's good fish above us. So as the course of the season goes on, more and more waves of fish coming. Now I'm going to go down here and just flick a few logs and just get my casting arm going, you know. Try a little spinner, a big spinner, a couple of surfers, a couple of divers, buzz bait. So we go. I've only got 17% battery life, so not much of a video. Come on, bassies. I feel that sort of easterly blowing now, so that I'd say the barometer's dropping. So I'm gonna have to slow it down. I'll let you know how I go. There we go. That is a trophy, man.
I appreciate that,
absolute,
man.
Well done. I'd shake your hand, but not in COVID.
All good, man. Appreciate that.
Awesome, awesome. A bit more. So just pull a length of line out. Like lift your line up. Probably less than that. Wind her in. Can I just show you what you're right? Because you got to be patient with it, and then you'll feel the tap when they're on. But all it is, you want to drop in there, and then all you're doing is like.
Not even like that, it's kind of like...
Yeah. You're not really worried about that vibe, it's a side to side. And you just keep going and all of a sudden, see how I found a hole?
Yeah.
And you just keep going like that, and all of a sudden you're going to get whacked.
You reckon if we go to the one up there, we'll definitely get some shot?
If I was your age, I'd be running. You know, honestly, because they're going to move again. We got rain coming.
Yeah, rain coming this weekend, yeah.
There's another weir, but it's a big chunk of rock and then a shallow.
Okay.
From the bend around to that weir stacked, and they're all silver, they're all fat.
Like, yeah, they're all fat right now.
Yeah. You're right. Half the time that is a bass.
Right?
Yeah.
First off, you still snag.
Yep. You think you snag, But it's like keep putting it into the rapids and then working it to here. And it just, yeah, when they're there, it just happens. Spins you out, like they can be anywhere, you know.
That's crazy. How do you think they'd be up in there?
Yeah. Anyway, I was going to make a little movie, so you, what's your name?
I'm Chad.
Chad?
Spencer.
Spencer, I know you anyway.
Yeah, I come in.
Yeah. And you're South African, are you?
Yeah, South African.
Yeah, I won't hold that against you. Don't worry, I'm convict descendant, so we're worse than anyone. All right, boys, have a good one. Yeah, look, I hope you get onto them up there and
Thanks for letting us know about that, man.
think outside of the square, like use lures that you, yeah, any flashing and hit fast, like whack it into things, you know.
And even like when you're fishing the chatterbait, like off the creek, you know, the good water snags now, you're fishing the fast.
Yep. It's good to see a couple of young local boys down here fishing for bass, and they're keen, I'm keen, we're all keen, we're all Hawkesbury boys. They're there to be shared. My message to everyone is we've got to protect them. That's the fish. Meaning that we have to protect the water. And unfortunately we have a Liberal government who aren't concerned about environmental issues and would rather let develop and destroy these systems. It doesn't have to be this way. A lot of people live in Sydney and don't actually experience the deer poo. Don't actually experience the beautiful natural bushland that Sydney has. That's probably why not many people want to protect it. They don't even know it exists. There's a fridge there, there's a gas bottle over there. Oh, floods just dumped stuff here. I love it. There's a few cars, there's a few fishermen down here now. Good. Good. Oh, I've got to show you guys this. This is my favourite. I don't know if you hear about the men in the trees. There's not many left these days because the spiritual Aboriginal side of Sydney is just about dead. This is always a reminder to me. Year after year, I don't just come down and teabag a bass, I come down here and I look at these things. That one hasn't got much of a face to look at. Some have got awesome faces, eyes, noses.